Chris? Good. Oh, beautiful. It's wonderful. Oh, I left my clipboard. I'll be right back. How can you produce a show without it? But I'll entertain you for back. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming out. My name's Mike Lauzon, the producer of the panel show. I'm very excited to have all of you guys here today. You've all made a very good decision in coming out. This is T&M. I don't know. Is anybody first timer at T&M? You guys? Nice. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. We are T&M's local talk show. It's exciting. We got our name from doing panels. I don't know if you're familiar with like Bill Maher, things like that. So we have, we're going to have some special guests out tonight. We're going to be talking about some news stories, but before that, we have a special guest, Jefferson's here tonight. If you don't know him, you're going to love him. And we also have, we just recently hired somebody new for the panel, Kai Krebs. He's our fact checker, and we're excited to have him here. We're going to make sure that we're being accurate with everything. We don't need to be adding to the storm of alternative facts out there, so we want to make sure that we're not making any mistakes.
Right, yeah. And see, that's like the great thing about me as a fact checker is because I come to you when the facts need to be checked, much like the spirit of like Christmas past, for example. So, hired as just fact checking you on the word hired.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Right. What I don't think I understand the reference. The ghost of Christmas past, like you just come out and
right. It's like, well, the ghost of Christmas past
right.
would come to people whenever they had been being just generally curmudgeonly. They didn't request the ghost of Christmas past. They just sort of had the lesson shoved on them, much like I'm going to be doing with facts based on what's said tonight for you guys.
Right. So you're just gonna interrupt us whenever you deem it's appropriate.
See, I'm going to fact check you on the word interrupt, because it's not so much interrupting as I am verifying the information that you're saying. That way you don't mislead these people with false information for the sake of being funny.
Right.
Glad to be here.
Well, we're really excited to have you out tonight, Kai. We are really happy that we brought you out here. And
I'm going to fact check you on the word excited. Because your general tone seems to suggest that you're kind of not really on board. But either way, the facts are the facts and they must be checked.
Fact checker. Thanks a lot. Oh boy. So what brings you guys out tonight? This is first time out.
We work 5 minutes, like walking distance.
Ah, nice. Well, I'm happy you dressed up. I mean, typically I'm the only person in a suit in the entire theater, so it makes me feel nice. I torture myself and I wear it. I'm not required to wear it at work, but I do anyway on days of the show. It's good luck. It's like, eating chicken for weed bugs, so it's excellent. Just palling around, nothing better to do tonight but come and see the best show in town. Is that what it is? Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you guys tonight. We're going to be starting here in like about 2 minutes. You're going to meet your host, JJ Pistols. He's about 7 feet tall, and he's got the biggest beard on stage tonight, at least. And in Austin, that would not be an accurate fact. It's kind of an average-sized beard in Austin. And then we're gonna have a nice time. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited you guys all decided to come out. People might start filing in, but if they're late, screw them. You know what I mean? Okay. Chris, you ready to go, baby?
Yep.
Music will start in a second, don't worry. Oh, that's a good sign. Oh. Hey everyone, welcome to the panel show. Tonight's special guest, Jefferson, featuring Kai Krebs, Meredith Barnes, Sierra Peacock, Virgil Shelby, and Griffin Cook. And now, you love him, he's the host of the whole show, and he's a handsome man at that. J Pistols! Woo!
Thanks for coming out to the panel show. It's our pre-South by.
Pre-South by. That's right.
Yeah.
Is your mic on, JJ?
I don't know, I thought I turned it on.
Oh, here it comes.
You hear it?
Here it comes.
Am I louder?
You're getting louder, I think. I'm very loud.
It says it's on here.
Oh.
Is it on?
Oh, it's on.
Is it
I can hear it. Yeah, I heard it.
We start every show like this, don't we?
Every time we gotta do the post mic check. Mic check. Yeah.
I'm glad that you could be here. Wow!
Whoa! Whoa! Your beard's talking now.
I'm glad that you could be here for this. That might be too hot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, anyway.
Panel show Thursday night, New Theater.
That's right.
We
That's
got a
what we
big
got.
one. You tell everybody we got a big show.
I told them we have a huge show this week. Is that me?
Are we free to move?
I think we're doing well.
I think it's you.
Oh, was it me?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
I can be
Is it him or is
louder.
it me?
Chris, I can be louder and you can turn me down. Okay, I'll try to be louder.
Wait a second. Is Chris wearing a hat?
Chris, do you have a hat on?
Guys, I always wear a hat.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I always wear
That's
a
a
hat.
lie.
That's some. I don't know about that.
You look like a thug.
Yeah, that's a weird hat.
It's my normal hat.
That is, did you buy it yesterday and now it's your normal hat?
I have to take this, guys.
I
Well,
feel like we should get a fact check on that.
yeah, we really should.
So,
We hired a fact checker.
yeah, no, great hat.
I would take that. I would take the hat
I
off.
would not.
I would not wear that hat.
A hat like this.
Maybe. Not on him though.
Yeah, no.
No.
Chris Levi in the tech booth.
Chris Levi, everybody.
Chris the hat Levi.
Chris. Boy,
I have in my hand monologue jokes.
that's exciting.
The fact check guy said that you said exciting weird, and I think he's right.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll work on that.
You sound the opposite of excited when
Well,
you say excited.
my mic's too hot for me to be excited.
You're afraid you'll just blow everybody's ear?
I would absolutely would.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Newly appointed Attorney General Jeff Sessions
Oh, there he is.
warns of marijuana being sold at every corner grocery store in America. My best view is that we shouldn't be legalizing marijuana, he stated. Upon hearing this, a local cannabis expert asked, where are all these corner stores at? I have to drive Stone to HEB to get my stacks.
Wait a
Cannabis
second.
expert, that's me.
He looks very similar
Yeah.
to you.
That's, oh, it's 422, that's funny.
Did you do that one? That was your joke, huh? Yeah. No. It's okay. Well, SpaceX is sending somebody around the moon or something.
Wait, is SpaceX a drug, guys? Because I want to check that out.
Did you take the hat off yet?
No, I still got the hat.
No,
That's my
you
thing. I
can't.
do SpaceX and I wear a hat now. I mean, I've always worn a hat, but
But now you do SpaceX.
yeah.
SpaceX isn't a drug, it's an aeronautical company. It's actually the guy who started Tesla, Elon Musk, modern Bond supervillain. Elon Musk.
It sounds like a guy that would make drugs.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we're done with this, huh?
Yeah.
Why?
If that would have been queued up
Yeah.
when I actually talked to the cover.
We're having a good night tonight, guys.
Are y'all like me? Do you like the internet?
No.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
The internet, Wikipedia specifically, was host to a dispute this week over the gender of Garfield the cat. One Garfield scholars, did you know?
I didn't know those
It's
guys.
an 8-year program.
Really?
Yeah, one Garfield scholar claimed the character's gender is fluid and has changed as many as 20 times over the years.
Really?
Creator Jim Davis stepped in to assert that Garfield is and always has been male, leading to North Carolina changing its restroom signs from this to this.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Kellyanne Conway.
There she is.
No.
Oh, God.
No, 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 no. Listen, there's been a lot of dispute over Kellyanne Conway in a lot of different ways, so I feel like I should just take this one from the top to make sure that nobody gets any false information.
Fair enough, be my guest.
Okay?
Fact checker, Kai Krebs.
Alright, that's good. That's good. Ambient noise, always great.
This is
First thing I want to fact check is Elon Musk does not sound like somebody who would make drugs, it sounds like somebody who would make cologne.
Musk.
Correct. So here's the thing about Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne Conway cannot be faulted for anything that she does because she is actually a robot and everything that's happening is just the way that she was programmed.
You're saying that Kellyanne Conway is a robot.
The facts are facts and they need to be checked, JJ, yes.
Proceed.
Just to make sure, since I knew that you wouldn't believe me, I actually did bring a video with me of Kellyanne Conway on her way to brunch the other morning.
She seems like the kind of person who eats brunch 3 meals a day. That,
Yes. So, whenever the White House found out that she left without putting on the Kellyanne Conway skin, they actually had to dispatch Secret Service to take care of it, and the only way that they were able to stop her was by ramming her with the Secret Service SUVs because conversation yielded nothing. So, because of that, Kellyanne Conway bot number 006 has been officially decommissioned, and we are moving on to number 007. The White House released a follow-up statement saying that they hope that the skin fits, but it didn't.
Jeez.
how many of these robots are there? You said.
JJ, even I don't know that. Even I don't know that. But what I do know is that all of the Conbots, that's what they're called around the White House, Conbots, they're actually manufactured in an unnamed Midwestern town, and so they are based out of America. We were originally going to have them manufactured in Japan, but they had too high of an export tax, which they called a global jeopardy tax that we did not want to pay. And just a fun fact for you to top everything off, the reason that we have so many Kellyanne Conway bots is because whenever you have to fit that many alternative facts about each individual subject, it takes up all the space on the hard drive. So we have one Conbot per topical issue.
But it seems like you could fit a lot of information on a little thing these days.
Well, that's true, but the reason that we can't fit that much information on the Conbot's computing software is because they're actually programmed with old salvaged Soviet machinery from the Chernobyl plant.
Oh, there you go.
Which is also why it's such a high risk whenever they don't work.
It's not cutting edge, but they've got an end.
Right.
So those are the Kellyanne Conway facts. I just wanted to get everything out of the way up top because everyone likes to go back and forth about whether she is or is not part machine.
Well, I
There
don't
you
see
go.
any point in doing the joke
No.
because truth is stranger than company.
I would just
in
go
this
on.
case.
This is true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Do we have a sound effect for this one? Are we ready?
The facts are
Right.
facts and they need to be checked.
Excellent. That's good.
I broke the other one in my hand. Thank you.
Fact checker. Thank you, fact checker.
Scientists. You like
Scientists.
science?
Science is fun.
Scientists say elephants get the least amount of sleep of any mammal, averaging only about 2 hours per day. I guess that's why they look so wrinkly and old.
Oh.
In contrast, the mammal that sleeps the most is the North American pothead, who requires upwards of 14 hours a day to recharge. Me again. Yeah. Huh. Great monologue. Great. Let me go over here.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
I always feel safer when I get to the desk.
I know. They can't look at your naughty
Somebody throws
bits.
shoes at me, I could duck behind or something.
That's right. I'm feeling under the weather today, JJ, just so you know.
Not so good.
I just have a cold. And so I'm deeper than usual.
Husky.
Husky. Yes.
Muskier.
Yes, I can fly rockets to the moon now.
That's good to know. Hey, we got a show to do.
Yes.
Should get on with this thing.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with Trends with Friends.
Trends with friends.
We do a bit called Trends with Friends, where you're our friends, other people we may bring out are our friends. We just kind of talk about things that are going on in the world today.
Trendy things. Hence the name.
Trendy, friendly
Yes.
things.
Yes.
And Our friend today gets her own card.
Ooh.
Are you ready? This is the first time I've done an introduction card for somebody.
So I have to clean up before our friends come over.
Yeah, tidy up the place.
That's right.
Our first guest is relatively new here at the New Movement, but has been funning it up at theaters around the country for a few years. Funning it up.
That's good,
I wrote
JJ.
that.
I'm proud of you.
For a few years now, she studied with the Groundlings, UCB, Second City, and Improv Olympic, all big names in the comedy world.
They're huge. I owe to those on the inside.
Off to work we go.
That's right.
She rides a motorcycle, and she's cool as fuck. Please welcome Sierra Peacock.
Yes, yeah.
What up, bro? Sierra, what's going on?
Oh, you know, living the dream, JJ, living the dream. South by Southwest is coming up, which means it's party time.
So you got a plan.
Oh, I got a plan, and I'm gonna share my plan with you. And you, and you. Because, you know, everyone needs a plan and everyone needs a guide, because it's an intense couple of weeks coming up, let me tell you. Oh, you want me to talk into this?
Yeah.
If you'd like.
So the people in the cheap seats can hear you.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
all
cool,
of it.
cool. Alright, so let's get started. First things first, if you're living in Austin and you haven't Airbnb'd your place, you're fucking up. You're really fucking up. Look at these prices. $1,350
Wow, is that for a month?
per night. Per night, JJ.
It's for a night?
For one night, people are willing to pay $1,000. That's like 2 of most people's rents.
Is that just like a space in the park?
I don't know. Probably someone has a lot of money and they paid for a house in the park by themselves or something. I don't know. Anyways, so if you haven't done this, I highly recommend that you join the share economy and jump into this capitalizing magic. Plus, let's roll on to the next slide. For a mere $1,200 a night, you can have this beautiful 2-bedroom place with a stairwell that's curvy, and look at this wood and the oven and the tile, you know, and you could trash it. You could do whatever you want, you know.
Looks like they got a place to hang your hat, Levi.
That hat was funny. And the other thing too is that, you know, if you give up your place and maybe you end up staying there and you just let someone sleep on your couch, maybe you guys fall in love,
Oh, yeah.
and that would be nice.
Is that-
I'm looking for love.
Is that what South by is about? Oh,
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that we are in comedy, entertainment, and music is to make people love us, right? So, I'm gonna get on Tinder and I'm gonna curate it, and I think it's really important that everyone be on the internet during these few weeks, because let's face it, there's tons of desperate musicians coming out, and they wanna make this a week to remember. You know, 10 years from now, they're gonna go and tell their wives or their lovers, they're gonna be like, South by Southwest 2015, the best year of my life. And you're gonna be like, I was watching Netflix. Don't be that person. Get on the internet, find these desperate, loving people, and curate it. Make yourself look cool. Look, I got my beautiful smile. I got my beautiful improv team and their beautiful smiles. I got an artsy photo to look adventurous. I got me drinking coffee because I'm sophisticated. I got my butt because dad ass. And I got a party hat because I know how to party. And then I have this, which you probably read while we were talking, and you know, and really it's just looking for your manic pixie. It's looking for the girl you're gonna drink whiskey with. It's meeting up for a show, staying up all night. It's romance. You capitalize on the romance. Last year I could have matched with Father John Misty, and I didn't, because I didn't curate my profile. Curate it, fall in love.
What if like apps and the internet's not your thing?
Oh, then you just hang out in the Whole Foods beer section and ask for advice, and then you go to the party with that person that's buying beer. You just wait for someone attractive to show up. I've done it before, it works.
okay.
So you clean too cool and you hit your ride.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, and that reminds me of the final segment, which is be prepared. Always be prepared, have your backpack. Because, by the way, when I rented my car out, my house, I got this car with all the money, and I'm just gonna drive it around to look cooler, and then I'm gonna make friends. Do I plan on sleeping in it? No. Everything I need is here. I'm gonna sleep at the party. But I'm gonna drive around in this thing, people are gonna be like, I wanna party with that girl, and then they're gonna invite me to the party. And then maybe I'll Airbnb that thing out. You know, it's a grand master plan.
So
Plan, people, plan.
everything you need for 10 days is in that little bag.
Oh, definitely. Here. Sunglasses, energy bar, colored pencils because you gotta stay creative. Sunscreen, protect yourself, phone charger, mini notebook to write down your memories. Playing cards because you're gonna wait in a lot of lines and you're gonna get bored. If you need to make money, let me know afterwards. I'll teach you how to play blackjack. A knife because no one's gonna attack me. Protect yourself. Deodorant. Soap, because people always run out of soap in bathrooms. Why are people better at restocking? A tampon, because you know what, men, gentlemen, all of you, women too, should have these in your bag, because you look around, you look across the room, you see a woman whisper to another woman and she walks away disappointed, it's because she needs a tampon. And the only thing worse than sticking cotton up your vagina is having bad toilet paper rubbing on it all night long. So just carry them with you, really. It's a really great idea.
Pro tip, guys.
A USB because, you know, memories. Peanut butter, bagels, energy, vitamin B. You gotta take your vitamins, you guys. Coconut water, stay hydrated. Beer cup, and a camera for memories. Koozies for friends. A picture frame for your memories. Stamps in case you need to write a thank you note for that person who gave you a tampon. A dinosaur if you don't make any friends. Marijuana. An avocado. Rose petals for ambiance in case you fall in love. A hammer, because what if you're somewhere and someone needs to hang up the picture frame? The thank you notes to go with the stamps. Have you ever been at a concert and the musician forgets their music pedal? What if they're just standing there and they're about to play and they're like, oh my god, I forgot my pedal. And you're like, good, I saved the day, I have it here for you. And then you get invited to a party. If they don't forget their pedal, then stand reading this book because there's going to be a lot of comedians around. And guess what? No one's going to know you're not a comedian. And then they're going to walk up to you and they're going to be like, hey, are you a comedian? And you're going to be like, yeah. And then they're going to be like, tell me a joke. And then you'll be like, knock, knock. And they'll be like, who's there? And then you'll be like, nobody, because no one asks those things. You don't ask people to tell jokes. I don't know. And if you are feeling more philosophical, have a different book. If you need to get to a party, if you get invited to a party, you take your dress. And you have to have a change of shoes because you can't wear sneakers to a party. And then pictures, because if you need to prove to people that you have friends and you can party, you prove. And then, you know, a stress ball if you get stressed out. And a sewing kit in case your dress breaks. Oh, and have you ever been somewhere where there's a lot of MacBooks? You know these work on all computers, so if you ever want to mess with someone, just start clicking in at computers. And if you get invited to a party and it happens to be with TNM people, then you really need a luchador mask, because all we care about is wrestling, you know? And so, can't see. You know?
Looks great.
Thank you. So that's really it. That's all you need. That's what you should have in your backpack.
So that's your South by Southwest survival kit.
That's the survival kit, JJ.
Everybody, you know what you need to do.
I'm gonna go get ready for this
No,
party.
but what about all the stuff?
Thank you, Sarah.
You left all your things.
Hold on.
Did you wanna fact check?
No, Sierra seems like a nice girl. Her backpack is very handy. I have heard some whispers, though, that most people like to go with the flow whenever it comes to festivals and partying. And I do want to fact check why that's a bad thing.
Is that a period joke because of all the tampons up here right now?
No.
Sorry.
So here's the thing. Most people think that they can just go with the flow at a festival, and you can't do that. And I have a lot of statistics that show why it's a bad idea to do that. First of all,
It says happy pits on the deodorant.
I'm fact checking.
It says happy pits, and that's a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact, that's fair. I'll allow it. Here's the thing, 19% of people, according to a survey done by Reuters, who go with the flow, end up getting lost in South by Southwest. They get abducted, they're sold to third world slave shops where they have to manufacture all of the wristbands for next year's South by Southwest. 98% of people from that same survey who have no plan end up being the, quote, slow-walking fanny pack douchebags that everyone hates. That's their words, not mine. Scientists do actually advise during festivals to give up any strange dieting restrictions because 73% of people who attend festivals who are murdered in food truck lines while they're trying to discuss gluten and soy-free options. They also advise that diet restrictions does not change the negative health benefits of buying Molly or Coke from a stranger with a pit bull on a picnic blanket. And additionally, recent studies out of UT indicate that only 9% of people ever recover from the trauma of paying a parking garage $90. And out of those that do recover, all of the rest of them are ostracized by the rest of the Austin community for having privilege. So if you don't plan, you are going to be this person. You are going to be manufacturing wristbands. You are going to be ostracized. You will never recover. The facts are facts, and they must be checked.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Kyle.
You know what I've got right here in my hand? It's the second introduction card that I ever wrote.
I am so proud of you this week, JJ. You are so prepared,
I'm only here to make you happy.
and I know that's true.
Our next guest has been a part of the New Movement family for nearly 3 years now. He came to us from New Jersey, not unlike yourself,
May have come together.
bringing a love of wrestling and karaoke, not unlike yourself. You're not the guest. He studied at UCB in New York. You may know him as the former host of Knockout, or from anything on TV, or pretty much nearly any show that's happened here in the last couple of years.
Very true.
You know him as Mr. Monday. Please welcome Red Jefferson. Please welcome Red Jefferson.
I want to come out to the beach.
Hey, Red.
That's a cool hat.
I love that hat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
That is a great hat.
Levi, you should get yourself a hat like this one. Now this
Yeah.
is a sharp hat.
I'm pretty sure that was my hat. I decided to throw it out earlier.
No, it's my hat. I found it just earlier.
What do you mean you threw it out?
I threw it in the dumpster in the alley.
After we made fun of your hat, you felt so bad that you threw it away.
Yes.
Come on, man. You gotta be an individual.
I found mine in a different dumpster.
Oh, okay.
So it's my hat. And if you put it in the dumpster, it's no longer anyone's. It's city's. And I don't mind stealing from the city.
Well, it looks great.
It looks great.
And you could do this,
Whoa.
Whoa.
right? It's a whole new look.
That
It's
is.
like the Samuel L. Jackson thing going on.
Thank you. That's the best.
Motherfucker.
Thank you for having me on the show. I
Hey,
really appreciate it.
really
We
appreciate
actually
it.
had you on the show another time, but you didn't get to say anything
I was eating dinner.
because you were with Roy.
I was also eating dinner at the same time,
Yeah.
though. So he was doing the talking for both of us. I was more eye candy.
You were doing the eating.
Yeah, he had a steak. He had
I
a
was eating for
steak on stage, and he claimed he was gonna share it with me before the show started.
I got distracted.
He just ate the whole
It
fucking
was
thing.
really delicious. Yeah, I did say I was gonna be.
You did. You told me. I was so excited. I was like,
I was just in the zone, though.
give me the damn steak, man.
Sure. You could have asked.
I wasn't gonna. No,
Why?
because I was talking to my
So you're
brother.
gonna talk shit to me now, saying you didn't offer me steak when you could have asked for steak.
I mean, I'm asking now.
Levi's getting fidgety.
I actually had steak again right before I came here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I used it in the forming grill. I put it cooked in the forming grill, which is just it was really a sin.
Now you're kind of a Foreman grill fetishist, right?
It's the only means in which I cook things.
I mean, it's good. It drains the grease.
Like
You know?
Pop-Tarts? You put Pop-Tarts on it?
I don't eat sweets.
Huh.
I'm not a sweets guy.
They don't make savory Pop-Tarts.
They do not. If they made a bacon Pop-Tart, I'd have a bacon Pop-Tart.
Or do you?
They have a bacon Pop-Tart?
Maple bacon.
Oh, what?
Maple bacon.
Maple
it's
bacon.
It's sweet bacon.
I would go for that. That's right up my alley.
That counts.
Yeah, I don't mind the sweet savory.
But it has to have savory in it.
I think it has to have. Like I love Pop-Tarts, but they don't have my brand anymore. They used to have the apple Pop-Tarts. Does anyone remember apple Pop-Tarts? You can't buy them anymore. They're nowhere to be found. There's cinnamon Pop-Tarts, but no apple. Just straight up apple.
So there's no cinnamon apple Pop-Tarts?
There's cinnamon apple toaster pastries, yes. But there's no apple Pop-Tarts anymore.
Wow.
But they have the ones that are frozen, and you have to use a toaster, and I didn't like using the
That's
toaster.
a toaster strudel, right?
That's a toaster strudel,
Yeah,
yeah.
toaster strudel, right.
And I don't like using the toaster, I like it room temperature.
Right.
What's the difference between a strudel and a streusel?
Strudel, I don't know what a streusel is. I could say what a strudel, isn't that just like a long German donut?
Yeah, but if you say one thing and not the other, you're not really explaining the difference.
That's true.
Fair. That's
So the difference between a strudel and a streusel is you know what a strudel is.
That's
that's
accurate.
100% true.
Yeah.
That's a good riddle.
Is that a riddle?
It's a riddle. Like, what's the difference? And whatever your but the issue with that riddle is the answer comes from my answer. So you have to hope that the person doesn't know the difference.
We can't put it in a joke book.
It's like a ring of riddle.
Yeah,
It's a snake eating its own tail.
sure.
Speaking of snakes, you're moving to LA.
Dog. Yes, I'm moving to LA.
You've seen Escape from LA with Snake Plissken in it, that makes sense in my
Sure,
head.
that makes sense. That does make sense. Oh, I want to be, what's his name? The guy that plays Mermaid Man on SpongeBob? What's his name? He's the cab driver in the movie.
Mermaid.
Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine. He's Mermaid Man in SpongeBob. Did anyone know that?
I didn't
Ernest
know.
Borgnine is Mermaid
I've
Man.
actually never seen an episode of SpongeBob. Is that?
What?
I've never seen a SpongeBob.
Bro. No.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You've never seen a Sponge? The first couple seasons are really good.
Oh, yeah.
I've
I'm gonna
heard
go home
that
and-
until he died, Ernest Borgnine would actually come to your house and read SpongeBob scripts to you.
To me, that's actually true. Me and Ernest go way back.
You've never seen the show, but you're familiar with all the scripts in Ernest
Right,
Borgnine's voice.
exactly, right.
Cool.
Which is why it's not accurate.
But he doesn't know what they look like.
No.
He can't use his
No.
mind.
Yeah.
SpongeBob to me is
Monster.
is a monster. He's like a Brillo pad in my head.
Sure. I can imagine it'd be very frightening. If you're explaining SpongeBob, I could imagine it'd be very unsettling.
Yeah, and he's got pants. Who has square pants, man?
Yes, SquarePants is
No,
Buddy
thanks.
is
Get a body. You
What?
know?
his
Get
buddy.
A,
Oh,
no, I said get a body.
I was just talking about Patrick.
Oh.
He's kind of, if you watch episodes, I can't talk about it because you don't, but like, Patrick does come off as a
Spoiler.
dick. Patrick, if you, like, he's kind of like, he uses SpongeBob a lot, he
think-
kind
I
of frames him a few times.
I think of Patrick as the grimace of SpongeBob.
They're shaped and colored similarly.
Yeah.
They're both well, I guess star, but like a triangular shape, because he doesn't have his arms out the entire show.
Right. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Everyone else has seen it, right? Okay, fair. Everyone's seen a little clip.
Did you bring a clip from SpongeBob?
I have right up there we got SpongeBob the movie. Actually, I hate SpongeBob the movie. Don't watch SpongeBob the movie, because that's a big disappointment. If you want to watch SpongeBob, watch the first 2 to 3 seasons.
Is that the Christopher Nolan dark gritty reboot?
It's it is a little grittier. When they go into real life and they meet David Hasselhoff.
What?
And they're
talking
interacting.
about?
They're interacting. David Hasselhoff becomes like a boat of some sort that they're riding. It's, I don't know. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Wow.
Actually, that was kind of a bump in his career at that point in time.
Oh, it did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So those were the hamburger years?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los
You say.
Angeles. I'm moving. I'm moving in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
It's gonna be weird.
I asked, Kelsey was here
Yeah.
on the show right before she moved to Los Angeles.
I'm gonna be sleeping in her dining room.
In her dining room?
Yeah.
Does she not have a living room?
So she
She has a living room, but they have a dining room that's kind of like in the
they're
it's like a
hiding
room. So it's like a room.
Gotcha. So they're hiding it.
Oh no, Amber. Oh, that's a shame. That's sad.
We should all.
Where's the silver alert?
Everybody,
Amber or silver?
everybody as a
Doesn't
group,
go
let's
on
take
the
our
phone.
phones out and
We just
see what's
saw
going
it.
on.
When Grandpa gets lost, we don't worry about Grandpa.
I could have sworn I saw a silver alert.
I've never received that.
Where is Palestine, Texas?
Is there?
That's a silver alert, right?
And
When
we're
a
looking for all those
person
things
like
right
takes
now.
the car by accident and then they don't know where grandpa went. I think that's what a silver alert
That's, no, it's, silver alert is when there's some sort of, disabled elderly person that has a car. that's
accidentally
driving.
driving.
You're driving.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Junior's out on the town.
Like it's, I knew someone that was in hospice that escaped and got into a car. It was my aunt, my great aunt. But she didn't go very far. She got in the car and just, kind of drove to her house. But they did the silver alert deal.
Really?
Yeah. Hey! she's no, she died.
Yeah, hospice.
So I asked Kelsey what the first thing she was gonna do when she got to LA was, and she said get really fucking stoned, buy some weed and get high. What's your plan?
Well, that's probably very similar. I plan on, it's not the first thing I'm gonna do, but it's easily like within 6 hours.
I would probably go to the bathroom after a long road trip like
Sure,
that.
sure. That's probably the first thing. I want to go straight to the beach. I want to immediately go out on the beach and touch the Pacific. I don't know why that's symbolic to me.
Because Hasselhoff has stood in
Yeah,
this way.
sure. Well, because before I left New Jersey, I went to the shore. I drove down to the shore and I touched the Atlantic. And I wanted to, and then when I went to Austin, I was only supposed to be here a year. And then I was going to move on to LA, but I stayed here for longer. But I wanted to touch the different oceans.
Right,
I don't know,
right,
it
right.
makes sense.
No, it does. I mean,
It
3
is a
years in
thing.
between, but whatever.
Sure,
Who
sure. There's
cares?
a little lapse.
And I guess every state in between you stopped and got out and touched the ground too?
With your bare feet.
No.
Do you need to go back and
It
start?
was,
You're gonna have to
it's
start
symbolic
from the
only
beginning.
for big bodies of water.
It's a coastal
Right.
thing.
It's a coastal thing. I never been to
Did
the
you go to the
Gulf.
Gulf?
I didn't go to the
You
Gulf.
should go. You have
You have to
14
have
days
time.
of doing
I
nothing.
have time. I could go to
You just
Galveston.
quit your job.
Wait, do I go to Galveston or do I go to Corpus
I
Christi?
don't know.
I don't know I know nothing.
I'm from
about
New
it.
Jersey.
Padre?
Padre.
Oh, I thought you said Andre.
Andre the Giant.
Padre.
Padre the Giant.
Is Padre nice? Does anyone know if Padre's nice? Cool. South Padre?
San Padre.
San Padre?
That's actually the place.
Okay.
He's not Jewish.
No, I believe him.
Yeah.
I have no reason not to.
Yeah. Anyway. Did you bring a clip?
Yeah. Hey, did you bring a clip? We're getting bored on here.
We totally set it up.
It's stupid. It's real dumb.
Oh,
I said, okay, it's, I did this commercial, the commercial for an inside, anyone know Spiceworks? Okay, fair. It's some sort of marketing thing, I think, but they have this, technology called Carbonite, where it's something to do with backing up your computers, and they made an in-house commercial for their employees to watch, to help them learn about this new software that they're gonna be using at their company.
Are we really gonna watch this?
Yeah, it was a fun thing. It was silly. You asked me to send a clip, and then you ran, and you got on my clip, shoot.
I thought you brought me. Alright, anyway, go ahead, Levi, let's.
What keeps IT pros up at night? Security and backups top the list. Rightfully so, 1 in 4 IT pros were hit by ransomware in the past year. And what's worse, 1 in 3 weren't prepared for it. 78% of IT pros handle attacks with a simple wipe and
I
restore.
looked through real chat.
But without a backup, there's nothing simple about
The
that.
director told you to link you back down that one? One more time on the bus.
Yeah.
How bad could it be though, right? Well, here are just a few things IT pros say they'd rather be doing than deal with ransomware. Pretty bad, right?
It's good acting right there.
That's good.
I was hurt.
Those words are actually working.
Obviously, just
Those are
copying
there.
and
Oh, yeah,
cashing
pretend.
the ransom isn't a viable option. Truly,
You gonna keep that?
dealing with ransomware
It was
can be a
smooth
nightmare.
and safe.
But it doesn't have to be. With proper backups, ransomware is nothing to lose sleep over. You've got enough on your mind without
I don't know how to
spending time
type.
sweating over ransomware.
That's
With backups, you can think
That's
about other
good.
things.
That's good.
Happy thoughts, like all the nice things your users will say about you when you save the day. Again, like you always do. What a guy. So back up your data and sleep soundly.
It's
Don't ever
like,
be
it's like kind of
full
over. I added.
With that peace of mind and a little less caffeine, you can rest easy.
Oh, good.
Great.
That was excellent. That was
Yeah.
excellent. All right.
I don't even know what carbonite is, it makes me want to.
Yeah, that's a good job. That's an excellent job.
So you got paid for that,
Yeah,
enough to move out to LA?
yeah, that was the nest. That was the foundation of my nest egg.
And you're gonna go out there and do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do as many Carbonite commercials for Spiceworks as I can.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a plan, man.
Oh, you got a plan.
I'm proud of you.
Shoot.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, bud.
They came out together.
Yeah, he came out, we knew each, because Roy's brother, me and Roy are comedy partners.
That's right.
We did stuff in New York, and I
they-
moved down, and 5 months later, you and Roy moved down.
They gave me a good role in their TV show in New York. I got to say 2 words.
We said the same.
Over.
He was on a lot of episodes, but he said the same 2 words.
And all I said was American Pie.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Maybe wear a Top Gun
He would wear a Top
shirt.
Gun sleeveless shirt, and then these beautiful
Yeah.
America pants.
That would have fit 3 of me.
It was so wide, but
They had to use a bobby pin.
we
to-
cinched them,
to-
but then they're so baggy.
Oh, you can find that online, please don't.
Do you still have those?
They're still online, they're on
So
YouTube.
do you have those?
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah, those are great.
When would I ever get
I
rid of
remember
them?
I found those pants, I found them at the same, I found the
Really?
Top Gun shirt, I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But I'll never be
Did you
able to
find
find
them in
good
a dumpster?
pants. What?
Would you find them in a dumpster? Were they Levi's old pants?
Levi, have you ever had pants like that?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time? Nice.
They were in a different dumpster.
Right.
But I got them in Value Village.
Yeah, well,
Value
Austin,
Village in Hawthorne, New Jersey.
Austin,
Did you tell people you picked them up in the village?
No, I told them Value Village. I just like Value Village, I'm a big supporter of theirs.
gotcha. Yeah.
They get proceeds go to a thing
A
from there.
village.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
supporting something.
So you like wrestling?
Yes, I love professional wrestling.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Mick Foley.
Which version?
No claps. No claps. It's
Are you a man?
Cactus Jack. I'm a
Cactus
Cactus Jack man. I know some people watch wrestling. I know you watch wrestling, but there's a lot of closeted wrestling fans out there, and I'm trying to out them.
No love for the squared circle?
No, there's love. Everyone has people. I see. Yeah, there we go.
Why not?
Who's your guy?
Kane.
Oh, sick. He's still going.
Him and his brother.
Yeah.
He's also an insurance agent.
He is an insurance agent
Sure,
in Tennessee.
sure.
Have you called him?
No, we're not allowed to call insurance anymore.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
That's
Me and Red used to work at the same job. We're phone salespeople, and we called small businesses, including insurance agencies at one point.
And Kane, if anyone remembers Kane, you may have seen a picture. He's just a big guy with a big red mask on, and he was very frightening. But he owns he runs an Allstate with his wife. And he's like 7 foot, 300 pounds, and his wife is just like 5'2", and she's so sweet looking. And just seeing them,
Yeah.
this monster guy with this big head.
It's gigantic. It's bigger than Red's.
Does that say you're in big hands?
Yes. He's a very large man.
Ready to?
Yeah, would you like to meet some panelists?
I would love to be
Oh, great.
panelists.
We're gonna
Do I stay or do I
no,
switch?
yeah, scooch a little bit. We're gonna set this up on a nice little angle, couple slants here.
Which
Now, when
one?
we started the
You're gonna
panel
move the
show, we
chair.
used to have a panel of experts come out for every show. It's actually been a while since we've done this. And we're kind of excited to get back to our old form here. So let's bring out some panelists, shall we? Now, Sierra, I recognize you from the earlier segment.
I took it off, I wasn't sure if you were gonna remember.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the dress, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I know
Because
her.
I'm the only girl.
No, actually, that's true. I wouldn't know if it wasn't.
I didn't notice until you said something.
Oh, weird.
That's a cool mask.
Thank you, I got it in Argentina at a market, and it was before I fell in love with the new movement or knew anything about lucha.
That is a Rey Mysterio mask.
It's true.
I like Rey.
Yeah.
Really,
Rey's
really,
true.
Oh, you didn't say it anyways. Shoot.
He knows he's safe.
As soon as someone said like I'm a wrestling fan, it's like Spartacus. I'm a wrestling fan. No, I'm a wrestling fan.
And next to you, we have on your left, El Diablo Blanco.
Very nice to meet you. El Diablo Blanco, or Steve, sometimes my friends call me.
Your friends call you Steve.
Yeah, but some people call me El Diablo.
What do you prefer?
I prefer Mr. Blanco.
Senor Blanco.
Say,
I'm just trying to help you with this identity crisis.
Well, it's nice to have you here, Steve. And on your right, a cop. Sir, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this back.
I've never seen that before in my life.
A cop. Oh, this is the snow
Right.
Fritz.
That's.
Oh, don't worry. I'm on vacation, but I am legally obligated to tell you, I am a cop. People in nosebleeds. Cop. So yeah, go ahead and roll your duties, whatever. Cool. I'm a cool cop.
Where are you on vacation from?
LAPD.
You guys should be
Yeah,
friends.
you know, Red's moving out to Los Angeles.
Can't hitch a ride.
I was just wondering if we could hang out once I'm there. Grab brunch.
Yeah, sure, brunch sounds cool.
Sick.
What would you have for brunch?
I would have a mimosa, and I would have sweet potato hash.
Oh, solid choice.
Yeah, right? Sweet potato hash with corned beef hash next to it.
Oh, man after my own heart.
And then a little other.
What about a maple bacon Pop-Tart?
I would love that. Yeah, but I'm still debating on whether that even exists. That sounds more like
Why
a
would
dream.
one of our audience members lie to you? Why
What?
would you do that?
Because I've falsely said that things are real that I dreamt.
The saying is that he's a liar. A
I
liar
wish
is
our fact
trusted.
checker was still here.
Fact checker?
Our fact checker had to.
I can just jump in for a
Yeah,
second.
sure.
A couple of things. A, it's the city of dreams, so I think anything is possible. I'm talking about Los
It's
Angeles.
the City of Angels.
City of Angels.
Yeah, well, angels, dreams, whatever.
Oh boy. Limited edition.
Ah, got a smart guy detective.
Looks like you're gonna have to go out tomorrow.
Limited edition. When does the edition's no longer?
When do they put it back
It's
in the
got
vault?
mapley filling and bacony sprinkles.
It says mapley and bacony.
Damn.
So they're
They couldn't commit to actually
not
saying
maple
it.
or bacon on this.
It's not actually.
It's it's a maple-ish and baconish.
This will remind you of maple and bacon.
Right.
I bet they're not. They're
All of
probably
it
all
is actually
artificial
made of sugar.
flavors.
It's all made
Yeah.
of.
Looks like they ought to
It's
hide
made of
that
corn,
spice
actually.
for us.
There is fewer than 1% of actual food ingredients in that.
These are what? How much percent?
Fewer than 1%.
Is that a real? Are you messing with me? Because like that's scary. There's no.
Let's say it is real.
Oh wait. Did you ever hear about KFC? That for the longest time they weren't allowed to call themselves Kentucky Fried Chicken because they couldn't legally say they were chicken.
Really?
For a period of time, and then they had to go and get like.
I
Now
had
they're
my-
able to again.
I had my problems way before that because every state I went to had a Kentucky Fried Chicken and I was never in Kentucky. I don't know how they could claim Kentucky either. They should just have a sign that says fried.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
fair.
JJ, for what it's worth, in LA we don't have Kentucky Fried Chicken.
They don't try anything there anymore.
That's right, it's illegal.
What?
And I will bust you if I see canola, peanut, or vegetable oil anywhere in your house.
Coconut?
That's fine. It's got multi-purposes, plausible deniability. How am I supposed to know you weren't supposed to use it for conditioner? You know?
Coconut oil?
Good choice.
Yeah, it's also great for your face. You
Face.
look hydrated.
It's great for everything, honestly.
It's true.
It's really great. I use it. I want to let this past winter, my bald head got a little chapped, and I put a little coconut oil on it, and it cleared it right up.
You know, this
Mike,
is a
have you
fun
ever
thing to
faced
do.
this?
Coconut oil's got a very low, what do they call it, melting point or something?
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah,
put-
it's a very
if
low
you put
aphrodisiac.
coconut oil in your beard or your hair and go into a walk-in freezer, say in a restaurant, that shit'll start like crystalling up almost instantly.
Really?
It starts tugging on your face, yeah.
Is that good or bad? Were you?
It's fun. If you don't have a lot of money, but you got coconut oil in a walk-in freezer, it's something good to do on
I wanna
Friday.
rub coconut oil on my head, smoke weed, and then walk into one of those freezers and just lose it.
Ray Jefferson, it's a date.
Do you have a walk-in freezer for me?
I can find one.
That's great.
You bring the oil.
Yeah? Yeah, I
All
have.
of my dates start out with that. You bring the oil.
Hey,
I'll get the walk-in freezer.
What's going on in the news,
this is
Les?
fun, but if we could, oh, okay, here we go. So the Nintendo Switch, which came out, I think, a few days ago, very recently, turns out that the cartridges don't taste so good. So they've actually, gamers have discovered this and have let other gamers know not to taste it because it will stay in your mouth forever. And that's because they don't want people eating the cartridges.
It's weird, because the ones back for the N64 tasted great.
Delicious.
They were awesome.
But you had to taste it.
They're Mapley and they
Yeah.
Why are you licking? Man.
That's how you clean it before you play.
Hey, well,
What happened to,
Wait, so
Remember-
the actual cartridges for the game? Like, what are they referring to?
So the article was unclear because they called them cartridges, but then said that they were controllers. So I haven't used the system, so I'm not exactly sure how the system works.
I have this, I never did it with I may have done it with a controller, but definitely remote controls that I chew on the remote control.
that's really weird.
what are you, part pass?
I'm like, I did that for the longest time, and then I in my old house when I was living with my brother, and my brother's just like, why are all the corners of the remote like have gnaw marks on them? And then
And you told him?
I've been trying to work on, it's been something I've been working on.
Like,
Did
ghost.
it work?
Hey, wait, what's your grab?
What's
What's
that?
your excuse?
No, I
Did you fess up?
I went straight up with them,
I
like I've been chewing.
Chewed that motherfucker right up?
Yeah.
How well do the people you live with wash their hands when they use the bathroom?
Oh,
I can answer that for you. Poorly. So you turned out.
You know the bathroom habits.
Oh yeah,
You watch us?
Everybody?
we're always watching. LAPD's everywhere.
Not just in LA.
Like KFC?
Our reach knows no end. Look at me on the far side of the state of Maine. We got eyes on you. I winked just then. Can't see because of my sunglasses.
Yeah, no, I'm not even sure if you have eyes.
you might know.
Oh, I do.
They say the eyes are the window to the soul. But if I can't see your eyes, I have to assume you have no soul.
That's correct, buddy.
Good job
Trying
on
to get
that
first day
OJ
on the
thing.
job. You gotta do some gruesome stuff in the force. Frankly, it's just easier without it.
JJ, don't bring up the OJ thing. You always do this when we have somebody from the LAPD on.
I just wanted to know that wasn't my department. It's a big department.
So your police cars only go about 13 miles an hour.
Yeah, roundabouts. Speed limits in California, really restrictive. You can blame the governor for that.
That's good to know, that's good information.
Yeah, that was good to hear.
True fact, they don't really pull you over that often. You can go like at least 90 miles an hour on the highway.
That's true, really. That's also true.
Those are two conflicting pieces of information.
All right, well, the
That's the thing about true facts. Sometimes they don't jive.
Where's that fact check?
Is that the bell, okay?
all I'm saying is that like if you want to get out of LA traffic, you just drive as fast as you can, and then you have to kind of like beat out the traffic. It's like a race.
Yeah.
Is this in a car or is this on your motorcycle?
Through the other cars.
No, it's in a car. I don't like to go fast on my motorcycle because I like to look cool, but I don't like to die.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, there's a time for sanity and there's a time for vanity. Keep that in mind. Walgreens. Okay, so yes, this gentleman he's part of the state senate in Iowa, and he's pushing for education reform, and it's kind of a crazy bill he's trying to pass. He wants to make sure that every teacher they have to declare what political party that they're aligned with, and because he wants to make sure that there's not too many liberals. It's an equal balance between liberals and conservatives teaching school in Iowa. Turns out, however, that he got his degree from something similar to Bovine University, and they actually own a Sizzler in California, and so he has a business management degree from Sizzler. Excellent.
Smart move.
It's a reputable company. I vote for him.
Are those the ones with the cheddar biscuits?
Lobster.
Oh.
This guy's not gonna make it in LA.
No. Are we all in LA?
That's right, buddy. My jurisdiction is everywhere. Meaning, you're smack dab in the heart of LA, baby.
LA's more of a state of mind.
Did you ever see that movie,
New York.
Escape from LA?
No, sorry. I don't have time for movies. I'm too busy enforcing the law. Except traffic laws, that's boring.
I like that he got his degree from Sizzler.
Can I just say that this is,
Yeah, I do.
yeah, this is just a sign that anyone can run for office, so.
It's true. So all of you.
I'm finally convinced.
I mean, like, if you were
I wasn't sure
hesitant.
until now, but like up until this very moment, I thought you had to be qualified.
Is it a real degree though? He has a real degree.
He has a business
It's as real
management
as they say it
degree
is.
from like, yes, from
Because
a
I'm
company.
no stranger to phony degrees. I'm both a reverend and a doctor.
That's
And
true.
I'm a doctor of metaphysics.
He actually obtained both of those degrees while working the same job I was working.
Yeah, I got him at the Universal Life Church. I got both of them from the same
Yeah.
place. $80.
Yeah.
$80 to be Reverend Dr. Red
Right.
Jefferson.
While which he is.
I
And
could be a politician in Iowa.
Yeah, I'm well on my way. I
Overqualified.
really, yeah, sure.
We'll have to
sure.
touch the ocean there first, though.
Yeah, I have to touch the ocean there first. Making good points.
This guy's in charge of schools in Iowa, and he can marry ketchup office. I got more news?
so apparently, the peeps that have come out recently, they're Oreo peeps. And if you eat too many, they change your poop to pink.
Anybody here have pink poop?
That is,
Have you eaten the Oreos?
Oh, no, just a lot of beets.
No, peeps will do that to you. Yeah, and this is a gentleman, this is apparently what it does to your tongue as well. I just don't feel like
God, for a
that's...
second, I thought he had poop in his mouth.
No, it wasn't eating the poop, it was eating the peeps.
just to talk about different colors of poop.
Of course.
As a kid, I'd eat Oops All Berries. Everyone familiar with Cap'n Crunch, Oops All Berries, the accident that went terribly right.
Bright green.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's bright, vibrant green. Vibrant green, like grass green. And also,
St. Patrick's Day is coming up, y'all.
that's an interesting way to celebrate.
Shamrock
But also, blue Kool-Aid. Blue Kool-Aid with the octopus on the front. Does anyone remember the blue Kool-Aid with the octopus on the front?
I remember the Sharkleberry Thin, but that was purple.
No, it was definitely blue, and made your poop blue. It made my poop very blue.
Like
Thank
the
blue.
The blue. It was it wasn't this blue. It was darker blue.
Like Yankees blue.
It was like a poop blue.
It was a poop blue.
It was a poop blue.
Right.
Like if you put poisonous food coloring in your poop and then it turned brown. I
Yeah, I'm
mean, it
not
was
there.
already brown and you like food colored it blue.
Right.
That's what it would look like.
I guess the most accurate way to describe it. Remember on Barney, and they used to take the blue paint and the red paint and squish it and they make purple. Like you took blue paint and then like poop colored paint and did that. It's more brown, I guess, but it was like a hue of blue, like this very light. Like,
So, like if you took a poop on Photoshop and you changed the hue to more like, you just like reduce the red and yellow, and it's just all blue.
I'm not good with computers.
I don't know.
I could tell.
Oh, Diablo Blanco, what do you do?
I'm an IT tech. For
Steve.
myself.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a self-run company. I can do Photoshop and Word.
Are you also a doctor by chance?
No, not yet. I'm working on that. But apparently it's cheap to become a doctor.
UniversalLifeChurch.com.
at universallifechurch.com. Also, you have your own business, but you chose the title of IT. Then you have all the other titles that you could have, like
have
CEO.
Yeah,
My
she-
heroes were always ITs. Bill Gates, he was an IT, right?
Isn't that a Willie Nelson song?
Whoa. Oh, it takes like
Heroes
nothing
are
to be a
always
CEO. I know a lot of 19-year-old CEOs, okay? Just because you have a startup doesn't mean you're CEO material.
We're swimming in
Looking at
CEOs
you
and
two in the front with
Oreos.
suits there. You got
Oh,
CEO
they would
looking right
make
over.
great CEOs. Look at those smiles. Look at those watches. That's CEO material.
That is-
Phone checking skills to match. For sure.
Oh, do we have a story that's not about poop?
Oh yeah, this
That's
happened
poop.
recently.
That's definitely poop.
Oh, those are zombies.
Wait, what?
So I'm very confused by this story when I was reading it earlier, because there was a report of a zombie outbreak in Indiana, and the people in Indiana
The
thought it
dog's
was...
name was Indiana.
Yeah, well, that's true. But the people of Indiana actually thought it was real, so it turns out Indiana's dumber than Texas.
How many people
And,
died?
and no one died because it wasn't
Nobody
real.
got shot?
No one got shot, and
Because LAPD was on the scene.
Different
buddy.
from Texas.
well, that's true. That's true.
Don't walk around Texas.
But it was traced back. So basically, a War of the Worlds like incident happened where someone put on the radio and on TV that zombies were here, and Indiana's like, "Fuck zombies!"
It was probably just a Juggalo meetup.
Did they stop the basketball game for this?
No, they kept on playing. They don't stop basketball or anything.
Yeah, not in Indiana.
No, not there.
Larry Bird played
Larry Bird is from Indiana.
Is Larry Bird from Indiana?
Yeah.
I had an eagle, a statue of an eagle at my house for years, and I called him Larry Bird. I didn't know who Larry Bird was at the time. I just heard the name Larry Bird, and I thought it was real fun.
It is, it's a fun name.
It's a very fun name.
How about everybody says it together? On three.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Larry Bird.
Oh,
We're all in the same mood now.
Was that fun?
I know something. I think I figured you out, man, Jefferson. Yeah, I think I figured you out. You're a physical reincarnation of Patrick Star from SpongeBob.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
The worst thing to
there's
say.
got a lot of weird statues in your house. Got a lot of weird stories that seem like non sequiturs.
He's,
Yeah, this is all making a lot of sense.
yeah, I've seen the show, that makes sense. That makes me real sad. He's very stupid. Very stupid. He can't hold a job, and it's accurate, I suppose. But it's a little too
Moves
moves around a lot, like from one side of the rock to the
I've
other.
also got a sneaking
Always
suspicion
touching
that his
water.
poop turns colors.
Short. What?
Got a sneaking suspicion that his poop turns to
He poops rainbows.
Is that true? I haven't
It's
seen the show.
SpongeBob canon.
Okay.
Episode 72.
Really? Have you seen every episode of SpongeBob?
That's right, but you have. Episode 72 was pulled. Censorship laws. LAPD was on the scene, buddy.
So I'm in the cops
Can't have
about
poop
that.
jokes in children's living rooms.
Is that true?
No, you can't.
Of course
I
it
think
is.
you can. They're gonna make them no matter what. They're kids.
Who doesn't love fruit jokes? Oh, wait.
Should we take an informal poll of the audience?
I don't think so.
Who doesn't love poop jokes? Seems like everybody loves poop jokes.
All right.
Want to hear a poop joke?
Might as well. That's the road we're headed down.
Earlier today, I found blood in my poop, which is weird because I don't remember eating blood. Tim! Got him!
That was all joke.
That was my joke.
Oh, sorry. Guys, this is the last story. There
What was
was
the last one? Did we even talk about that?
yeah, that was, I don't remember.
Zombies.
Zombies, that's right. We didn't talk about it, we kind of ignored it. So, Orkney Primary School in England, they had 2 goldfishes they obtained around Christmas time. And they passed away recently.
They didn't.
And at the same time, they were also learning about Vikings. So the teacher thought this would be a great idea. Let's burn a symbolic boat and put the goldfish on there and just let it float out to the water by the school.
So this is news for a reason. What went wrong?
I don't think anything that it was a slow news day in England.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. That's.
What I wouldn't give for a slow news day in America.
Remember the
What could have gone wrong though? Let's imagine if it had gone horribly wrong. What do you think would have happened?
Children catch on fire. Happens all the time.
Children are very.
All the time. How frequently?
What, every day or every hour?
Let's do it by the hour.
7.
7 every hour?
Just in the Los Angeles police jurisdiction, which is the world.
Right.
Right.
It's skewed a little bit. It
If it's
extends
the
into
whole
Eastern
world.
Asia. There's a lot of kids there.
Right. I didn't think of
a bad thing that could happen if that, whatever device they created that is very buoyant, if the kids are just all watching this little stream, and this isn't flowing water, that they just watch the goldfish burn, that would be very traumatic. Like, no, but they're staying there, and this isn't going very far, there's no current, and they're all just watching. If this was like a very buoyant piece of a boat, they just watch this goldfish
I don't know.
be ripped apart by flames.
They've probably eaten fish in the past. They would just think it was like.
It is England, I like fish.
They didn't watch the fish just get burnt to a crisp.
Why didn't they do another one with chips?
And I'll on that note,
Solid check.
Yeah,
that was solid.
that's great.
I wanna thank our panel.
Thanks, Heather.
Tom, Sierra Peacock, El Diablo Blanco, and Red Jefferson.
Red Jefferson. We have one last thing, right, for our partying guests, moving to LA.
Yeah, we've got a special gift for you, Red.
What do you got?
Well, I know how much you like to laugh. And I hope you guys like to laugh too. Maybe Red will have you over to his place to watch 10 seasons of Friends on DVD.
That's a great gift. I love Friends.
No, those are Kelsey Rogers DVDs.
Looks like you're gonna return.
Oh, I'm bringing him in.
They were.
Okay. That's still
So
fair.
that's for you, Red. We thought we'd give you that party gift.
Sure.
You're kind of a Joey, I think.
Oh, fuck, I wanna be a Ross.
No.
Why would you ever
Ross in the
wanna be
later
Ross?
years. Ross in the later years, he goes insane.
He's got a monkey.
He's got a monkey, that's
Man,
nice.
yeah.
I've only seen 3 episodes of Friends.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big
I wanna be the big naked fat guy in
Yes.
the window.
Oh.
He's just hanging out in a nice Upper East Side apartment.
Well,
Not anymore, he's in
with this
police
kid,
custody.
He died.
hopefully you can live your dream.
Thank you. Hey,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
And thank all of you, for coming out tonight. It was so much fun for having you, for coming out. This JJ Pistols over
It
here.
was so much fun for having you figure everything out.
Well, told you I was
Believe it or not, that's not written down, he did that off the top of his head.
feeling under the weather. Chris Levi in the tech booth.
Mike Lazarus,
Guys, this looks like fun, it is. We do this 7 nights a week, and you
We
can do
do.
it too.
We
No,
do.
thank God, I would never get healthy.
do you know how many DVDs we would go through?
They would, every night, two times a night. But we do teach classes here, so if it interests you, look us up, tnncomedy.com, and you can do this too, I swear, it's not bad.
Our next panel show will be 2 weeks from tonight, right in the heart of South by Southwest.
Special South by show,
Plenty
maybe we'll
of
have some
parking.
good kids. Yeah, parking everywhere. Actually, 12, if you park on 12, it's free, just keep that in mind.
Thanks for coming out, yo.
Thank you.
Stick around for our very funny comedy show where you get
Don't
to
break any laws. Watch.
I'm really gonna do that.
We give it out every week.
You showed up with this? Yeah.